What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Devin. I hope that you will consider sticking around and subscribing. And if you're not new, as always, welcome back. You know I love you. So for today's video, we are going to be doing the makeup look that you see right here. I really only did my eyes today. I didn't do a full face because those videos are long. So I wanted to do a little bit of a shorter one for you guys today. So we're focusing on the eyes today. And the palette that we are going to be playing around with is this Morphe 35Xo palette. So this was released during the holidays. I think like kind of towards the beginning of like holiday season 2020. This was one of Morphe's releases. As you can see, it's very pink, purple, mauve tone, but there also are a good amount of neutrals in here as well. So for today, we stayed on the pink side. I was really feeling that just pretty pink princess look that I love so much. So if you are interested in seeing how I got this makeup look right here with this palette, as always, don't forget to grab a drink. I've got my beautiful pink coffee mug here today, which is now housing coffee that is very room temperature at this point. So grab your drink and let's get right into the video. So I'm actually gonna do my brows first today, and I figure we'll do them on camera because why not? So I'm gonna take my ColourPop Brow Boss pencil. This honestly is one of my favorite brow pencil formulas. I think it's really nice, and obviously it's a bonus that it's really affordable. I usually use the shade Brunette. This is the shade Dark Brown. I had accidentally bought the wrong shade and didn't realize it. So dark brown is just a little bit too dark for me when my hair is closest to my natural color. But right now, I literally just got a darker toner, like a darker gloss over my hair when I went to the hair salon like 2 days ago. So I can get away with using a darker pencil like this when my hair is darker, but when it's lighter, I can't really get away with it. It looks too harsh. So we're gonna use this today and see how we do. All right, next I'm gonna go ahead and clean up the brows. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of concealer. This is my Juvia's Place concealer. I really like this. This is in the shade 22, which is just like a hair too light for me, but we make it work. So I'm just gonna take a little brush here, and I'm gonna go ahead and just clean up around the brows. I go back and forth, like I get in the habit of doing this and then I like kind of fall out of the habit and I'm too lazy to do it. But I do think that this helps. When I feel like my brows look absolutely out of control, I feel like this helps clean them up. All right, and then we're just gonna finish these up with a little bit of brow gel. This is my Benefit 24-hour brow setter. Love it, not using anything else right now. Probably need to replace this soon. I got like a mini in my stocking for Christmas, but I'm literally just gonna use this until there's actually nothing left in the bottle. All right, let's jump into the good stuff now. So I'm first gonna prime my eyes. I'm gonna use my P. Louise makeup base for this. Love this guy. Gosh, I always get way too much of this because this is so thick and I always forget. And then I end up putting way too much on the back of my hand. So first I'm gonna go ahead and set my eyeshadow primer. So I'm gonna take the shade Come Here Often, and I'm just gonna pack that onto my lid so we're nice and set. This is a Luxie 209 large shader. I recently got this little set from Luxie and I really like it. I definitely want to try more brushes from them. And then moving into the crease, I'm going to take the shade Message Red, and I'm taking this on my number 7 brush. This is from the BH Cosmetics Midnight Festival collection. At this point, you guys know I absolutely love my BH brush sets. I have a whole bunch of them. I just really do feel like in the past year, like really over quarantine, BH like kicked it into high gear and stepped it up. And I really could not be happier about that because I love them. I was talking about this with my friend who also loves makeup, and we always talk about like what palettes we're trying and like new releases and stuff. And we were saying how we feel like BH is definitely like a brand that gets overshadowed by ColourPop because ColourPop releases so much, but the quality of BH and the affordability I feel like is right up there with ColourPop. So I really like them. All right, next I want to start working into the outer corner and building up some depth. So, but I want to start light and build. So I'm gonna take my Morphe E17. I'm gonna go into the shade Talk Feelings, and I'm gonna start building that up in the outer corner. So I think I want a nice, like I really want this look to be pink. So I want a nice pink outer corner. And then my vision is like a nice bright like shimmer over the lid. So yeah, maybe I'll just wiggle this across through the crease as well. Okay, so actually I think I'm gonna keep that like this for now. I'm gonna keep it here for now. I'm gonna do the shimmer on the lid first and then see how deep I wanna make the outer corner. So I'm gonna get the shade Your Mauve, and I'm just gonna take it on my finger to start. This is how I normally like to test out shimmers. Looks pretty nice. Okay, so I do think that that shimmer looks pretty just with a finger, like all over the lid, but I do want to take it on a brush and wet it and foil it across the lid just to see what it looks like. I will say it looks like more of a nudie shimmer, almost like a champagne in the pan, but when you put it on your eyelids, it comes across a lot more white. It looks like slightly warmer or something in the pan, and then on the eyes, it definitely looks whiter. All right, so I'm gonna stay with this brush for a second, and I'm sorry if I didn't mention this. This is from another BH Cosmetics brush set. It is from the Marble Luxe collection. It's the number 10 brush. I love this. I use it almost every time I do my makeup. But I'm gonna dip into this shade Hard to Get, and I'm gonna use that to kind of blend the shimmer here into the outer corner and add a little bit more pink. Try that on my finger. I'm like feeling a little bit less than impressed with this particular color, but I mean, it's still doing what I want it to do. All right, and then one more time, again, I'm just sticking on this brush. I'm like not wiping off the color or anything because I want them to kind of blend into each other, but I'm going back into that shade Your Mauve, which is the more silvery shade, and I'm just kind of mixing those two together on the lid. Oh, guys, okay, I always do this because this is obviously very simple, very soft and pretty and sweet. And I was thinking that I wanted more drama to it, but I feel like the soft and pretty look is such a good vibe for this palette and for like just what we got going on today that I am afraid to use an eyeliner or use a darker eyeshadow and deepen it up a little bit more and then like kind of ruin the vibe, you know what I mean? So I don't know, I feel like this might be it for this look today. So I'm kind of afraid to do this because I don't want to mess it up, but I think the last thing that I want to add is just like a tiny bit of eyeliner along the lash line, like just enough so that it hides the lash band that we're gonna, like when we put on our lashes, like just enough so it hides the lash band and it's not super obvious. So I'm gonna take my NYX Epic Ink liner and pray that I don't screw it up. And like I said, I'm just going to try to almost like stamp it as close to the lash line as possible, just so that we have a little bit more definition right there so that when we put our lashes on, it'll be easier to hide the band. All right, so I mean, that definitely could be better, but you guys see what I'm talking about, right? Just like a nice thin line so that really we won't even see it when we put lashes on, but it will give us a little bit of wiggle room. Like if you don't get your lash on right in the right spot, having some black eyeliner there helps to kind of hide if it's like, so it doesn't show your skin through basically, because that's what gives you away if you can see patches of skin through your lashes. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and clean up underneath here with a makeup wipe. All right, you guys, I'm gonna pop off camera. I'm gonna do the rest of my face and then we'll come back. We'll do lashes and lips and then we'll be done. So I'll see you in a minute. Hello, I am back with the rest of my face done. So let's go ahead and do our lashes and then our lips and we will be done. So first I'm just gonna go ahead and prep for lashes. So I'm gonna curl my eyelashes and then throw a little bit of mascara on. All right, and for lashes today, I'm gonna do my Ardell Wispies. These are go-to for me. I have a fresh pack here, and I think that these are just gonna go perfectly with this look. So I'm gonna pop these on. All right, now that I've got those lashes placed, I'm just gonna go ahead and load up with a little bit more mascara. I feel like this not only helps blend your natural lashes with the fake ones, but I also feel like with more natural lashes like this, it gives them a little bit more volume. All right, and then lastly, I am just going to pop some mascara on the lower lashes as well. I don't think we're gonna do eyeliner or any shadow on the bottom for this, because again, I just think we're good where we're at and I don't wanna do too much. All right, and last but not least, we're gonna do lips and then we'll be finished. So I have two like pinky lip liners here. They're my two go-to pink lip liners, honestly. It is the NYX lip pencil in nude pink, and then we have ColourPop in Oh Snap. I think I'm gonna go for nude pink, and then if I want a little bit more depth, I think I'll go for Oh Snap, but again, I don't wanna do too much too quickly here. So I'm gonna go for nude pink to start. Almost done.
Do you want lunch or anything? You want a big lunch?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
I'm hungry. Feed me, I'm hungry.
My camera's recording you being mean to me right now.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Tip for all you girls out there, just make your man feed you and everything goes away.
Bye. So annoying. Okay, so actually I think I am gonna switch over to Oh Snap because that nude pink is actually a lot pinkier than I thought it was gonna be. So I'm just gonna go over it with this. All right, and then to top it off, I'm gonna go in with this shade from Milani. It is called Nude Cream. It's one of their, just like their color statement lipsticks. I feel like these have been around forever. All right, you guys, so here we are with the finished look. I feel like I definitely could have gone with a slightly more nude lip. I feel like this is still pretty pink, but it definitely works with the look. I'm not upset about it. And I really like the way that the eyes turned out. Again, I wasn't exactly sure where I was gonna go with this look today, like how dramatic it was gonna be, but as soon as I started, I was like, yeah, I'm really just feeling that like soft, pretty, pink, like princessy look. And I feel like we achieved that today. I really like it. And I think the lashes pair really nicely with this type of look as well. You can't go wrong with Ardell Wispies. I love them so much. But yeah, as far as this palette goes, I mean, obviously I did not get to use anywhere near all of these shades, but I thought it was pretty. As I was looking at my eyes in the mirror as I was doing the rest of my makeup, I feel like I'm a little bit more impressed with the mattes than the shimmers. The shimmers were okay, but I did have to kind of wet them a couple times and foil them across the lid to get the intensity that I wanted. Whereas the mattes blended out really smoothly. They look really nice on the lid. They don't look patchy or anything at all. And I feel like they built nicely on top of each other. So I'm really impressed with the mattes that I tried today. For me, I do feel like Morphe can be hit or miss, but for the most part, their palettes are pretty consistent for me in the fact that I might not be totally over the moon obsessed with them, but I am going to like them. And I feel like they're a good middle of the road, like not too pigmented where it's hard to work with, but not like super chalky or not pigmented to the point where you're like, you know, it doesn't even feel like you're putting anything on your eyes. So I do feel like these are beginner friendly, besides the fact that they're big, so they might be a little overwhelming to a beginner. But if you're somebody that just wants to get a palette and you like these tones and you just want to play around with a bunch of different colors in one palette as opposed to having to buy several, I think that something like this could be a good option for you. So with all of that being said, I am going to skedaddle. Sean and I are actually planning on going on a picnic, and we want to do it today before the sun sets, and it's about 4 o'clock, so it's starting to get to that time. But as always, thank you guys so much for coming back and watching my videos. If you've made it this far and you have not already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And you can also hit the notification bell so that you never miss any future uploads from me. You can also follow me on Instagram. I am at devdevgregs over there as well. And with that, I will catch you in my next video. Mwah. Love you. Bye.